Is the midlife crisis a real phenomenon, or just a myth created by pop culture? If you're over 40, you may have asked yourself this very question, and you're not alone. For decades, the term midlife crisis has been synonymous with reckless behavior, impulsive decisions, and a desperate attempt to regain youth. Think of the cliché: a man in his 40s buys a sports car, changes his job, or suddenly ends a long-term relationship. It's the image of a man running away from something, perhaps his age, his responsibilities, or his fading sense of control. But is this really the core of what happens when men reach their 40s? Let's look at this from a psychological standpoint. Carl Jung, one of the leading thinkers on human development, described midlife as a time of transition, not crisis. Rather than focusing on dramatic, surface-level changes, Jung believed that midlife marks the beginning of a second half of life, a period when the deeper, unconscious aspects of the psyche demand attention. So, what exactly does that mean? It means that rather than running away from the challenges of aging, this is a time for embracing growth, a time to confront your inner self, integrate unresolved parts of your personality, and step into a new, more authentic version of who you are. Jung's idea of midlife wasn't about external chaos, but about internal reconciliation. It's about facing the parts of yourself that you've ignored or suppressed, the hidden aspects of your personality. As you approach 40 and beyond, your mind begins to shift in profound ways. For many men, this period triggers a psychological reevaluation. The question becomes, what have I built and what has been left behind in the process? This is the moment when you start to ask deeper questions. What do I want to leave behind? What do I still want to achieve? What parts of myself have I neglected for too long? At this stage, you may start to feel the weight of time. The milestones you've reached may no longer feel like the pinnacle of success they once did. Career, relationships, accomplishments. These things may lose their luster or seem less fulfilling. And this is normal. It's the transition from doing to being. Rather than a crisis, it's a shift in focus from external validation to inner exploration. Your life so far has been shaped by external forces, society's expectations, career ambitions, family duties. But now you may find yourself drawn inward toward a deeper desire for meaning. This inner journey might be unsettling at first. You might question everything: the life you've built, your purpose, even your relationships. But this period of questioning isn't about loss. It's about transformation, a rebalancing of your priorities, a redefining of success and fulfillment. Jung often said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And that's what this shift invites you to do, to become who you truly are, free from the roles and expectations that have defined you for years. This is your opportunity to create a new sense of purpose, grounded in authenticity, where your life is shaped not by external validation, but by an alignment with your true self. It's a time to confront the unconscious patterns, the habits, beliefs, and fears that have held you back or kept you in a state of inertia. Facing them is uncomfortable, yes, but it's also liberating. The process of facing your unconscious, your shadow, is not a crisis. It's an invitation to wholeness. Before we continue, please take a second to like this video. It really helps more people discover these ideas. And if you're enjoying this journey into the mysteries of the mind, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, back to the video. Embracing change after 40 doesn't necessarily mean starting over. It doesn't mean quitting your job, ending a relationship, or making rash decisions. Instead, it means reorienting your life around a deeper sense of meaning and purpose. It's about reclaiming your passions, revisiting old dreams, and exploring new possibilities that you've never considered before. Change can come in many forms. It might be a change of career or a shift in how you approach your relationships, but it can also mean a change in mindset. Perhaps it's the decision to stop worrying about what others think, or the courage to prioritize what truly matters to you. Midlife transformation is also about surrendering control over things you can't change and redirecting your energy into areas that serve your higher purpose. It's about choosing to grow in ways that are authentic and true to you, not in ways that conform to societal expectations. The freedom lies in accepting that change can be slow, but the rewards will last a lifetime. As you begin your midlife transformation, understand that it will likely not be an overnight change. Transformation is a process. It unfolds in layers over time. You may feel inspired to make big shifts, but it's often the small intentional steps that lead to lasting change. Here are 3 practical steps to get started on your journey. Step 1. Self-reflection. Set aside time for quiet reflection. Ask yourself, what do I really want from this next phase of my life? What goals or dreams have I put on hold? And what part of my personality have I neglected? Step 2. Reconnect with passion. Life's responsibilities may have pulled you away from what truly excites you. Now's the time to rediscover hobbies, skills, or interests you once loved, or even explore new ones you've always wanted to try. Step 3. Embrace new beginnings. A major shift is not about running from your current life, but about aligning your next steps with your true self. Maybe it's a new career, a different lifestyle. Whatever it is, take small steps toward creating the life you want, no matter how big or small the change. The key to transformation lies in your willingness to engage with your inner self, to question long-held beliefs, to face limiting patterns, and to address any unresolved issues. For many men in their 40s, the urge to transform can stem from the realization that time is limited. But remember, transformation doesn't have to be dramatic or destructive. You don't have to tear everything down to rebuild. True transformation is often subtle and gradual. It's about recalibrating the way you see yourself and the world around you. One key aspect of midlife transformation is reflection. Reflecting on your past with compassion and understanding, not as a means of regret, but as a way to honor the experiences that have shaped you. By honoring these lessons, you free yourself to move forward with more clarity and purpose. It's also a time for self-compassion. Many men, as they age, begin to judge themselves harshly for what they haven't accomplished or the mistakes they've made. The truth is, no one has all the answers, but every step along the way contributes to growth. If you've made mistakes, acknowledge them. If you've had regrets, accept them, but don't let them define you. And here's where the real power of transformation lies, in action. Transformation is not just an internal process. To make it real, you need to take action that reflects your evolving sense of self. This might mean having more authentic conversations with your loved ones, pursuing a passion project that has always been on the back burner, or even seeking therapy or guidance to help you navigate these changes. Midlife transformation often prompts us to reconsider the relationships we've built over the years. We might feel a deep need to redefine those relationships, whether with a partner, friends, or even colleagues. This is where it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking we need to make drastic moves, changing our environment, ending relationships, or even abandoning commitments. But true transformation doesn't mean running away from your responsibilities or abandoning relationships. Instead, it's about growing in ways that allow you to become more authentic and true to yourself, while still maintaining the integrity of the connections that matter. The process of transformation can involve honoring those relationships and communicating openly with those around you. Think about the people who are part of your life, your partner, your family, your close friends. Transformation doesn't mean abandoning them or choosing a completely different path. Rather, it's about growing together. If you feel the urge for change in your life, it might be time to have a conversation with your loved ones. Honesty and openness can help you grow together rather than separately. Midlife is a time when the stakes are higher. Your choices have more weight. And though it's natural to want to break free from the constraints of your past, consider this. True transformation is about making choices that honor your present, that align with who you are today, rather than running from the person you've been. This process should allow you to honor your history rather than reject it. Ask yourself, how can I grow without breaking my most important bonds? How can I become my truest self while staying aligned with the values that have shaped me so far? That's where true freedom lies, not in abandoning what you've built, but in honoring it while finding new ways to grow. Remember, a midlife transformation isn't something to fear. In fact, it's one of the most powerful opportunities you'll ever have. At 40 and beyond, you carry the wisdom of years, the ability to make conscious choices that align with your deepest self. So, is the midlife crisis real? In many ways, yes, but it's not what we've been led to believe. It's an invitation to change, to evolve, and to step into the fullest expression of yourself. If you're over 40, this is just the beginning of a deeper journey. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments how you're embracing the transformation after 40. Remember, the best is yet to come. See you in the next video.